Hi, and thanks for joining me today. I just have a really quick crafty haul. This is the one of two orders I placed on Spellbinders during their spring clearance sale. So I shopped a lot of different spring clearance sales. As you might have seen, I added some links to videos that I put up during that time. But Spellbinders is definitely one of the ones that has very, very deep clearances during their spring clearance. So I picked up two steel rule dies. I always like the steel rule dies, and it's just phenomenal when they get marked down as much as they do during these sales, because they are, the kind of sturdier cutting dies that can cut through thicker materials and multiple layers. So really good if you're ever doing, anything en masse and you have to make multiples, or if you want to die cut out of something like leather or chipboard or anything like that. So I picked up this, which is sort of a matchbox style box. And then I also got this one, which is really cute. It's like a gift, it's like a gift card box, but I think that insert you could definitely use maybe on the inside of a card as well. So we tend to give a lot of gift cards, and so I'm gonna play with this one, and it'll be nice to be able to just like batch cut these and put them in the middle of like thank you cards and whatnot. And for my consulting business, often I'll send like little thank you coffee cards out to my clients. And so I've always, purchased cards just bulk printed, but because I feel like I don't always have the time to hand make my thank you cards, but I might actually try to do that. And this would be a really great way to give out those little coffee, Starbucks cards and whatnot, gift cards. So I think that'll be really fun. The craft kits, if you're lucky to get them on clearance, it's fantastic, because I think they normally sell, if you're not a kit subscriber, for something like $55. And even at that, I think it's a pretty good deal for what you're getting and how much you can actually create with the contents in the kit. But when these go on clearance, they sell for $15, $20, which is phenomenal. I had a hard time resisting the urge to like just buy them all. This is the only one I picked up, and I'll do a separate unboxing for this when I go to use it. But this one is from April 2020, and it's called Weekend Fun. They had, I think, 3 or 4 others as well. This one looks like maybe an older, because the packaging looks like a different design. It's not their current design. But I just thought, this is really cute. The little pinwheel star, like flower, that pattern that you have. And then, at the base, it's a hexagon. And then you just get the mats and layers for it. And so there's a lot of different ways that you can use just the basic shapes as well, which is what I like to look at when I'm considering a die set. I mean, I don't like to buy things just because they're cheap or on sale, but if I feel like I can get a different use out of it than what is it's designed for, it feels like it's well worth it. And just looking at the dies as shapes and how those shapes can be used outside of the design is kind of one way I like to look at things. So this one I thought was kind of cute. And then I feel like the clearance sales are a really fantastic opportunity to pick up the dies of the month. Again, I don't subscribe to any of the Spellbinders subscription plans, so I wait for these clearance sales to pick some of these up. And of course, the really, really popular ones are sold out, and you don't really have that opportunity. But occasionally you'll see something on clearance that is just really fantastic, and of course at a phenomenal price point. So I got the August 2020 small die of the month. This one's Sitting Pretty, and it's got a full alphabet. I'm a sucker for alphabet dies, so this one, really love it. And of course, the pattern design of these. I don't know that they're necessarily mandalas, but they're just really pretty and elegant. So really love that. And I love die cut inlaying. So when I see stuff like this, it just really appeals to me. And of course, you can layer these up to get interesting looks as well. Then I got another small die of the month. This one's from July 2019, and it's called Besties Forever. And you get those two words as a word die. And you get the bits and pieces to actually build up a little puppy dog or a little kitty cat, which I think is so cute. And because you're just getting the basic shapes, it's possible you could create other little critters by, assembling these little parts a little bit differently. But then alongside that, you get this nice grassy edge border, which is pretty, it's pretty long. It's 4¼ so it will go across, if you're doing like a USA2 size card, it'll go across, the entire width of your card if you're doing a portrait style card. And then you get other little fun pet kind of items like a bowl, fish bone, dog bone, things like that. So really cute. And then I picked up some large dies of the month. So this one's from September 2020, and it's called Have Your Cake. This one's super, super duper cute because it's a layered cake, which you can just have different colored layers in your cake, like a rainbow cake or a unicorn cake or something like that. And then you get all the decorative items to just make the outside of your cake gorgeous. But then it's got these sentiment or word dies that you can layer into the middle of your cake. So the one that's in here is, you can have your cake and eat it too. So how cute is that? And then the ones outside here, this one says happy birthday. So usable. So you get happy birthday to you, and then make a wish. So that's 5. So this can fit 6. So you can have the sentiment happy birthday to you, and then a blank, and then, make a wish. So a lot of different fun ways to sort of combine and create a sentiment here. And I'll try to, when I go to use this set, see if there's other interesting sentiments that you can use just with the different words and combining them differently. But when I saw this, it made me wonder if they're gonna maybe, kind of treat this sort of like the Trucking Along set, where, the initial release had the truck and the license plate with the sentiment. But then it was so popular that I think they released add-on additional sentiments and variations to the things that you can put in the truck bed, like little accessories and stuff. And so I wonder, I don't know how popular this was, but I hope, crossing my fingers, that maybe they release additional sentiments that you could put inside your cake, like maybe a Christmas version, and then you could have like Christmas decorations that you could decorate the outside of your cake with, and Christmas sentiments that you can have inside your cake. I think that would be really, really cute. And this seems to like lend itself really well to that, right? Because you have the framework, and then it's just changing up the sentiments for the different layers of the cake, and then maybe a couple of other accessories for how you can decorate the cake. I think that would be really, really awesome if they did that at some point. And then I picked up a couple of amazing Paper Grace dies of the month. So this one is from October 2019. And as I mentioned, I'm a sucker for alphabet dies. So this one I picked up mostly because it has the full alphabet. It's one plate that cuts them all. So on the one hand, that's nice because one pass through your die cutting machine and you have all the letters of the alphabet. But on the flip side of that, you cannot use the letters to individually spell something out and then use the negative space as the design on your card. So that's sort of the trade-off, is the convenience of passing it through one time to get all the letters versus the design versatility of individually placing the letters and then using the negative space that's been die cut out. But this is a fantastic little design for a card front, where you get this really nice kind of pattern here, and then a little banner die here to fill that space, and then a little cutout space down here too. And then this single die cutting plate has 2 different styles of flowers, but multiple sizes of the same shape. And so you could really do, anytime I see that, I always think about 3D flower forming and creating those really pretty floral elements. So this is just shy of 7 inches. It's like 6 3/4 by 4 3/4. So this is going to be a perfect matte layer on a 5x7 card, and it'll leave a little bit of a border around your card base. I picked this one up mainly because I wanted this one, and in the description of this die set, it said that the fonts are the same as this particular set. So this has a full lowercase, and this is the full uppercase, and they're in the same font style, so you could spell something out, mix and match between the two. This one does have a few uppercase letters, but only enough to be the capital or the first letter in each of the 12 months, so that you can mix it up with the lowercase letters and spell out each of the 12 months of the year. But this one also does come with the numbers, and this single die plate will cut out all of your numbers 0 to 9, but it also cuts out multiple of copies of 1 and multiple copies of 2, which if you're building a full calendar, like an advent calendar, for example, that's what made me think of this, because you need a lot more of the 1s and 2s as you get into, the teens and the 20s as you build out your calendar. And then you get this really nice big banner die and a couple of sentiments. So this one says save the date, and this one says on your day. And of course we get a couple of flowers and a leaf die as well. And then the last large die of the month I got was from February 2019, called Bonjour. And so you get the big word Bonjour, but this is huge butterfly. Its wingspan is like 3 3/8 across, and then if we take the tallest, it's about 2.5 inches tall. So really fantastic size butterflies, and there are 4 different butterfly dies that will cut out various different designs on the wings and outlines and the shadow layer and all of that. So you can combine it in a lot of different ways. And one kind of unique thing is it even has a separate butterfly body, which is nice. So you can layer that up in a different color as well. So a lot of different ways that you can kind of mix and match these. I'm sure die cut them out of different papers, colored papers, maybe even die cut them out and use it as stencils. So really fun. And of course, like as if that wasn't enough, the added bonus of all these fun little flowers, different shaped flowers, and leaves and sprigs and things like that. Super, super duper cute. Really awesome die set. I don't know why I don't subscribe to it, but I always really like these dies of the month. But it's probably more than I really need, if I'm being honest with myself. But when they go on super clearance during like a spring clearance sale, it's fantastic to be able to pick them up. And then just thinking ahead a little bit to Christmas, I got some of these. I think they were only like $1 or so. So I'm thinking of some Christmas projects. So I wanted to get these. And then I also got a little jar of the Fun Stamper's Journey Confetti Sparkle, which is just like a clear but iridescent sparkle. So it just really, I found that these sort of clear iridescent embellishments really are so easy to use because they just augment and pick up whatever the color colors that are either under it or around it. And so it just adds that little bit of sparkle and shine, and is a nice finish to a card. So that's everything that I got during this particular order. I do have a second order from Spellbinders, but when that comes, I'll do a little Crafty haul video for that one too. Thank you again for joining me, and until my next video, happy crafting and have a fantastic day. Bye!